we're on board.
Okay, so
There.
you know, and the lantern turns, and there's kind of like this silhouette of about these 12, you know, shadowy. That's all you see is the silhouette of these 12 figures just standing, and you can see they have clubs. And you know, the very first thing you do is go to reach and see if your dagger is there, your pouch is there. Nothing's there. And then you're like, gold, and you're reaching where your gold is, and it's not there either. And at this point in time, you know you've been press ganged into service.
Drugged.
What do you do?
I look to the dwarf and say, that's the last time I take a drink from you.
Yeah, it's a very acrid taste in your mouth, and not to mention the cotton mouth that goes with it. You're just like, you're very, very thirsty.
I'm an alchemist, so
We got
I know what
roofie.
it is.
Yeah, identify poison.
Yeah,
Roofies.
I know this.
Roofies.
Yeah,
It's called roofies.
Yeah, it's Taggart. You know it is Taggart poisoning. So there's this, you know, and you know, like, gosh, this must have really knocked us out. So they're kind of waiting there for you to get up, and one of them steps forward because you guys aren't moving.
Kryptonite steps up.
Okay, you stand up.
Yeah, scallywags, where have our gold gone?
He goes, get on deck with ya.
Not until you return my gold.
Arr, my gold!
He's going for the 20.
My lucky charms.
At that point in time, this whip
Uh-oh,
comes out, and it
uh-oh,
just slashes across your face.
I will dodge the whip.
No, you don't.
I do.
Oh, do you have dodge?
No.
Okay, yeah.
But I have
yeah.
a flat-footed armor class of like 7.
Yeah, well, but it's not. And you,
How do you find your armor class?
There's a line of things that you.
For you, it's going to be 10 plus your dex.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Because you don't wear armor.
3 points of damage.
3 points of damage.
Yeah, and it just slashes straight across your wrist, leaving this big cut kind of open. And he's like, I said, get on deck with ya. And at that point in time, these 12 others kind of start circling because you seem to create a little bit of commotion.
Yes.
I'm gonna distance myself from the barn immediately.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna start heading up, but I'm looking around. I'm very perceptive, so I'm trying to scope things out, and I'm trying to make mental notices of
Give me a perception check.
things like that.
Get your own die.
Ah, shut
He
up.
forward it. He forward it. Straight up forward.
It's still a 16.
Oh yeah, you walk by the lantern, right? This guy holding the lantern, and the guy that was holding the whip that talked to you, you recognize him from the night before. He was, yeah,
He's the
he
dude
was
that
at the Port Peril
He's
bar.
the dude that was whining and dining us.
Press ganged us, man. Nothing I hate more than being press ganged.
That sounds really bad.
Your mom kind of likes it.
Yeah.
I was waiting for it.
Don't expect personality. These guys use Taggart on us. It's the only way they could get anybody on their ship.
So,
But why'd they go for the cook?
I'm just thinking this is a great opportunity for us to take over the ship and
Jack,
get a ship
what are
of
you
our
doing?
own. We are a party.
I'm
We didn't know
gonna get
everyone
up.
before, right?
yes,
Head up.
you
Top
stand
deck.
up.
Go up to the top deck.
Okay,
I'll follow the dwarf with a look of just disgust.
you're heading up.
Yep.
David, what are you doing?
I'm gonna be last. I'm eyeballing him.
Okay, Brent.
I follow the dwarf. Eyeballing him too. What a blaming the dwarf for the moment.
But you're going up.
Oh yeah, totally going up.
I'm gonna. I would have started right after Mouth.
No, wait. Yeah. No, dude, you have given me more pizza in my life than anyone else.
Cash.
You're not giving me any cash, man.
So,
Yeah,
and you're going
Does
last.
veganism preclude liquor too, or no?
I just don't drink.
Yeah,
Salty, you going last? Okay.
I know what they did to me. I'm not gonna be willing. Please.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you
Put up a
feel
fight.
this
Put up a
is
fight.
very, very forced.
We need a cleric. Put up a fight.
So, you guys,
I say that to him. Sure. What race are you? Half?
Yeah.
Put up a fight, half breed. See where it gets you.
Oh, racist, huh?
I know.
What's worse, a human or a half elf?
Yes.
Yes.
Spoken like a true racist. Did you just get those?
No, I've had them for a while.
So you guys walk up onto this main deck, and the sun is just beating down. It is so bright, and there's all these people around. They're swabbing decks. They're either hoisting sails. They're tying knots. There's all this movement going on around you, and you hear that voice again. He's like, "Stand in line."
What's a line?
You can tell, where the 12 guys are. They're kind of guiding you to where you're just standing in a straight line.
It's this red stained plank before you.
Yes, exactly. And you hear these kind of footsteps coming behind you. Super heavy footsteps.
Is it a knock knock or is it a knock?
No, it's not. It's not a peg leg. You just hear these heavy footsteps. And this guy comes. And he kind of walks around you, and he circles you guys one time. He's this huge, muscular guy. You're looking around, all these guys look skinny and thin because they're not eating, and this guy, he's obviously eating very, very well. His forearms are like the size of your neck.
Gotcha.
He's just absolutely huge. And he looks and he's like,
He eats spinach.
yes. He goes,
Arr, I like it.
I'm glad you caught the reference. He goes, "Glad you can join us at last. Welcome to the Wormwood. My thanks for volunteering to join my crew. I'm Barnabas Harrigan. That's Captain Barnabas Harrigan to you. Not that you'll ever need to address me. I have only one rule. Don't speak to me.
Okay.
I like talk, but I don't like your talk.
Okay.
Follow that rule, and we'll get along fine." And he's kind of like, his eyes, he's
Human?
not looking at you right now.
Human.
He goes, "Oh, yes, he is. One more thing. Even with you new recruits, we're still short-handed, and I aim to keep what crew I have. There'll be a keel hauling for anyone caught killing anyone. Mr. Plug, if you'd be so kind as to make pirates out of these landlubbers, it'll save me having to put them in the sweatbox for a year and a day before I make a pie out of them." With that, he just kind of...
Pie out of this.
Mr. Kine?
Scott, I've really missed you.
Oh. What's that? Barnabas Harrigan.
No,
is his
Mr.
name.
Kine, who was the first mate
Oh,
ever?
no, Mr. Plug.
Plug.
Mr. Plug. And with that,
Fucker.
you see
That's
Mr.
right, he's a plug fucker.
You see Mr. Plug walk up, and he was the one holding the whip. So you know he must be the first mate.
Or the
that
first to
or
die.
something close to it.
No, captain's first.
Picard never dies.
This man is not Picard.
Oh, look at that.
Throwing the main deck out.
Where are we?
You're lined up on the center of the main deck.
This you?
End of the line, yeah.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And at that, Mr. Plug kind of walks up and he goes, "I'll be assigning you jobs. That there's the poop deck," and he points to this back
And I just go,
station right there. He points to the back deck. He goes, "If you ever go up there, you're dead." He goes, "There's the foredeck," and he kind of points to the front there. And, you're kind of just still looking around. You're in a little bit of a daze. The weather, fortunately, is nice right now. You have clear skies. It's kind of... The waves aren't real big.
Okay.
There's just a nice breeze going right now. So there's really not a whole lot of rocking going on. But there's an awful lot of work going on around you. Whether someone's sanding a piece of wood and then putting some varnish on it, tying knots, whatever they're doing, they seem to be working really, really hard.
I'm good, thank you.
And at that, he kind of looks you over.
Me?
Yes.
Okay.
Kristen, right? Kirsten?
Kristen, yeah.
Kristen. Looks Kristen. Kristen.
There we go. No, we're not doing Kristen.
Kristen.
Looks
Carol.
Kristen over and he's like, what is a good job for you? And what race are you again?
Human.
You're human? Okay. He goes, I know who might appreciate your skills. If I remember last night, you said that you were a cook.
Yes, sir.
He goes, fish guts might appreciate you. You're going to be working with fish
Usually we toss those over the side.
He goes, yeah, you're going to get to know Ambrose Croup really well. And with that, he kind of nods to one of the guys, and one of the guys kind of takes a billy club.
Thank you.
And for no reason whatsoever, just kind of smacks you in the back of the leg really hard. Doesn't do any damage, but it's it left a bruise.
I don't fight it.
Yeah, and he's like, take him to fish guts. And they kind of take you off. You go down below. Oh. Then he looks
Your mom
at
is below.
Krasimir.
Krasimir.
She likes
Krasimir?
Krasimir.
Krasimir? Just Krasimir?
You can call me just Kras.
Okay, that's what I will do.
That's not hard.
Or Cross. Kras or Cross.
And he kind of looks you over, and he goes, you. Some of that rigging needs fixed. You look light enough to climb on up there. Go get ready. And a couple guys with clubs come by, and like you were ready to move. You weren't, and they still kind of tap you to let you know. And he looks at you, salty, and he goes, pick your job.
You got cannons?
And he goes, aye, but you're not going to sit around all day just oiling cannons.
I can fire them. I can operate them. I can make powder for you.
And with that, he seems very, very, very interested. He goes, Hawthorne, you might need to get to know her.
Hawthorne?
Hawthorne
Hawthorne?
is what he tells you. And he kind of points to this little thing, A3 over there. And it's a locked little room, but, I mean, you have enough sea knowledge and stuff to know, like, that's probably where they keep some supplies, and generally there is a chemist on board as well. So, that's what's going on. Two of the guys come and they're leading you down below, not into that room, but they're leading you down below to introduce you to her. And then he goes to El Conejo.
And I give a little bow.
Do you?
El Conejo Agile, at your service. None have eyes better than me. I suggest the crow's nest. I can see the testicles on the fly at 100 yards.
And you hear from below deck, and he likes it.
give me. It's not diplomacy in this. It's not persuasion either. It's
That would be diplomacy.
it's
There is
diplomacy. It is
diplomacy.
diplomacy. Yeah.
Diplomacy? Damn, I don't have ranks in.
I told you.
I do in perception, but let's see.
Oh.
Oh, that's shitty. I rolled a 1.
Okay.
You wanted
So you kind of notice, like, wow, he seems to like jokes. So you do kind of get that feeling from him, but he wasn't laughing.
Yeah.
He can tell it's just not the time.
Yep.
And he goes up to the crow's nest with you. And he goes, and while you're up there, clean it. And clean the top of the mast. And make sure the lantern wick is still working. And you kind of look up there, and you notice this
see what poop all
lantern
over
at
it.
the top. No, it's like, here's the crow's nest, and then there's an extra, like, 13 feet to the top. That has no...
Conejo!
Yeah, it looks very...
Climb check.
That's
Climb.
where I'm headed in.
Yeah, and then he goes to Kryn, Jack, And he's like, you. For you, I saved a special job.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. And he kind of grabs you and he takes you up to the bowsprit there, and you notice it's this great bowsprit, and it's has a giant head of a dragon as if it's coming up from the water. He goes, one of its teeth are missing. You're going to climb out there in the middle of some woods.
That sounds safe.
I was just thinking of Mouse the first time, like a wave hits, like the deck bounces a little bit up there. He's like,
and then he looks at Kryptonite.
Kryptonite's ready to help.
And you just feel this giant billy club just smack you in the back before he even spoke.
Yeah.
Kind of drops you to your knees.
Right.
He goes,
I have a
that's
job
where
for
you're
you."
gonna stay.
Right. Swab the deck, sir. I start swabbing, man.
Exactly. So, you're going down to see the cook, right? And you get there, and this will be fairly quick. So you get there, and you see
You want more pizza?
this
yeah.
Yes, please. Get us
just
the dipping
this
sauce,
big guy, and he is sitting there. His eyes are so glossed over, and it's only like 9 in the morning, right? And he's just sitting there, and he's like stirring something. He's bare-chested. There's like he's just super hairy. Just it almost grosses you out, almost.
Forte.
Yeah, and they go, fish guts. We got yourself a helper. That's what you needed, right? And Fish Guts kind of turns around and he's like, kind of spits in the corner. You see this rat scuttle away, right? He's like, yeah, helper what I needed. That's what I needed. He just kind of goes, sits down, and looks at you. He goes, cook. And at that, he kind of has this, you would expect it to be a flask. But it's
More like a canteen.
Almost. It's like a mini keg. It's like a mini keg of rum. And he's just sitting there sipping on that.
I like that guy. If I were there, thumbs up, bro.
Alright, I will start finishing up whatever horrible meal he was.
Roll one. Roll one.
So you walk up to it and start.
I try to eyeball it and see what's being cooked.
So obviously he has no idea what he's doing, right? In your expertise opinion, like he apparently made a fish broth, but then didn't strain anything from it, right? And not to mention there's like sawdust mixed into his bread dough as well. So it just doesn't look very good. You can try to repair it, and knowing that you're going to probably throw all this food out, you don't know how they're going to take to that, or you can try to fix his meal. Whichever one.
Oh hell, this is what they're used to. I'll finish this
Oh,
Finish
come
his
on,
meal.
man.
There you go.
meal. No. For today, I'm gonna finish this meal and then I'm gonna go about cleaning the kitchen without being told.
Fair enough, do it.
So what check would that be? Profession cook?
Mm-hmm.
18.
18?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your modifier on that?
5.
So, you think your bread came out kind of nice for being half sawdust. You're like, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. The stew, it's not a whole lot you could have done with that.
Okay.
But you think you at least masked some of the flavor with pepper.
Okay.
Crass.
What am I doing again? What did he assign me?
Racist and poor memory.
Racist.
I know. So they're just standing around you waiting for you to do your duty.
Jeopardy theme.
They're standing at half mast.
Am I a hooker? I forget. I was eating. I turned to him. What do you want me to do now?
They go, your job.
I need a little help doing my job. You think you guys might be able to help me?
It's a trap.
At that, they walk away.
Uh-oh.
You have a very, very nervous feeling when they walk away.
Oh.
It does not sit well with you.
Uh-oh.
It does not sit well at all.
I'll let him walk away.
The DM is cackling. This is a bad sign, Brian. This is a very bad sign.
Roll on clarity. Now he's outright laughing.
Brian, what are you supposed to be doing, man?
Forget it. I totally forgot.
Okay.
I totally
So-
forgot. Doesn't even remember. Can anyone help me out?
They escort you, and they escort you, and down to this little section, and you're basically down below. It's pretty dark, but there is a lit lantern, and there's this little corner, and you see this lady,
Weren't you supposed to be whittling?
and that she's
Jackson.
she's working
See what happened when
on
you did the
powders
wrong
and
thing.
stuff, and you just like you feel the emptiness on your belt. You're like, oh, and then they kind of go, he's here to help. He says he knows what he's talking about. Find out if he does. If he doesn't, let us know. And at that, she kind of looks at you. What's your charisma?
Very nice way not to get
13.
any clues, by the way.
Not you.
11.
11? Just kind of looks at you and says, get over here.
I still have my cantrips,
Have a
right?
smoke first?
I have my spells, right?
No.
No?
Normally they don't work without a smoke. Walk over.
She kind of lays out this real fine powder for you.
White? White?
No, it is not.
No.
Yeah. And she goes, I want you to make sure that's pure. And she hands you this magnifying glass.
Oh.
Go ahead and give me any type of chemical check, chemistry check, whatever.
My mistake for not having a warm die ready.
No, you're ready, man. You're ready. You got this.
I'm rolling cold.
No, you got it. Boom. Brian style.
Nice.
18 on the die. Boom.
24.
24.
And spend the next 4 hours, like,
I'm not-
piecemealing, taking
gonna-
the
I'm
little
gonna-
lint
I'm
out.
gonna work a little slowly. Leave me alone. Like,
Okay.
take more time.
That's fine.
Because I know he's cooking, and I'm gonna try to put that off as long as I can.
Okay. Yeah. And you're taking like little pieces of lint, little pieces of sawdust, everything.
Ticks, you know.
Ticks, absolutely. Little bugs of lice. El Conejo.
Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Right.
Climbing, dude. Climbing.
Let's climb it, dude.
Where's that? How come you have so many feet and I got shite?
So I only have 1 feet. I'm a rogue though. I got a lot of.
So
skills,
they basically
I
say,
do too, though. I'm mineral filth.
climb to the crow's nest, clean it, then fix the lantern. Got it?
All right, got it.
So go ahead, give me any type you.
All right, so I'm gonna climb that puppy.
Ooh, that's
Where I
6.
get- That's still a 9, 10, 12, 13, 15
You got a +7 modifier? Wow.
plus 9.
He's way better than us, man.
So you start climbing and you start climbing, and there's some parts that give you trouble, like where you're having to sit there for 3 or 4 minutes, kind of swinging in a net or something, trying to figure out your
I got my
next
sea
move.
legs. So
Yes,
That's why you didn't fall on your ass.
I'm kind of going like this along with it.
And you notice up top, even though the waves are small down below, boy, it's a whole lot rockier up top because of physics.
Yeah. So what do I need to do? Do I need to?
You eventually make your way up to the crow's nest, and I assume you just start cleaning.
Yeah, I'll clean and then I'll start working on the lantern.
Okay, well you have sandpaper and stuff, like literally when they say clean the crow's nest, that's
I have craft woodworking. Is that gonna help?
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, give it to me! Give it to me! Give me the roll, man!
You're welcome. Thank you.
Woodworking. Oh,
Yeah.
that's
So that's
right
19
there.
right there.
19.
Oh my gosh, you're like disgusted that they've let this crow's nest go. You actually found a rotten plank on the bottom, and you're like, well, who would do that? You know, and you're calling down for, you know, spare pieces of wood to fix that. Like, you are making it nice.
All right,
you are making it very nice.
Somehow you have a gold inlay up there now.
Yes, exactly. You do spot gold though while you're up there.
Oh, really?
You spot it on the wheel. There's 10 spokes coming, and they have like gold inlaid swirls coming out of
I'll make a mental note of that.
Are you cleaning?
Oh, I'm swabbing the deck like crazy. I am singing a song of inspiration, right? I'm performing a beautiful pirate ballad in an effort to inspire the rest of the crew to work harder and to be more cohesive as a unit.
Are you
know,
breaking your brush to do the rhythm?
Oh yeah, it's a brush. It's a brush strong, man.
Inspiring them to tell you.
All I'm picturing is like a 1950s where, you know, like someone is, you know, they would break out into a musical and they'd be like, da, da, da,
Singing in the rain right here, man. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, that's why I'm wondering how the pirates feel about that.
Are there any animals on the boat?
You assume there's livestock on the boat somewhere.
But there's not on the deck.
No.
No animals to which I can speak with.
None.
I'm interested in speaking with animals. So I'm going to. There's other crew working on the boat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna you know, focus my cleaning on their areas and use skill eavesdrop, which I don't have, but I really wish I did. I do have bluff and diplomacy though, which I think I could somehow work into this. You know, to be diplomatic as I clean around them. Excuse me, guys, I got to get this.
So you're cleaning around them, kind of taking their spots.
No, more trying to eavesdrop.
Getting close.
Getting close, but not too close. You know, not to. And if I do get in the way, then you know,
Heaven help
make excuses.
Okay, give me well, first go ahead and give me the eavesdrop.
That's a 16.
It's a 16?
It's a 16.
Yeah. You hear them talking, and they're just talking about gambling that they're going to do tonight.
Okay.
That's what they're talking about. And one of them is reciting a tale about some lustful wench he once had.
Ah.
He can't wait to get back to Port Peril to sea.
Yes, huzzah.
Huzzah!
And but that's, you know, other than that, you're just
Standard
cleaning.
pirate fare.
Absolutely standard. But what you really do notice is not the guy, not the first guy, but he seemed to have someone with him, you know, and this guy looks a little bit like the punishment dealer. Yeah, the first mate, you know, who just hits people for no reason like he did you.
Right. Mr. Plug.
Right. But there's this guy walking around, and you did happen to catch his name. His name was Master Scourge. You overheard them because one of them was, you know, kind of slacking off, and another pirate said, Master Scourge is going to get you if you don't get working.
Gotcha.
So, you know, you're like, okay, so he's the one. And he's just kind of standing up on that foredeck, watching everyone.
Up
he
here.
also has that's the poop deck. He's on the foredeck, the one up front, yeah. So he's standing up there, and he's just watching over everyone. Eyes of a hawk.
Gotcha.
You notice there's someone down below watching everyone work down below as well. But they're kind of way off, deep shadows, just kind of sitting there. Just so you know. Give me an endurance check as well.
Ugh. That's a 1.
Hey, you are not used to hard labor.
No, not at all.
You pansy.
Yeah,
Insert bar joke.
yes.
But I'm an officer. I'm not used to labor.
You have
I
been
belong on the
scrubbing
poop deck, steering the
for
ship.
2 or 3 hours.
Right.
And you're like,
Yes.
I need to walk. Oh, I'm so tired.
Yes.
Your muscles ache.
Yes.
Everything. You are just
About to get hit again.
Well, no. You are fatigued.
Fatigued?
You are fatigued.
Damn it, that's a condition, I assume?
It is.
Yeah.
And what does it do to me, Mouse?
It's I think it's a -2.
Guess who's down below decks out of the sun?
Not you.
Me?
Is that me? Brian, is that mine or is that someone else's?
That's the one I got from here.
Okay, that's
Do you need it?
No, is there another one over there? Doesn't Chase, you have one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're at a -2 to your strength and dex.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
Corinne?
Alright.
It's not like those
so,
are important physical attributes or anything.
Yeah, don't start any fights. Did you?
So,
Oh, do you need it?
Yeah.
If you don't get
Basically,
if
you
you
have
don't get
this
some
giant
rest,
head
you're gonna-
coming out. And what they've told you to do is they have like some type of glue. It's like just this real...
Resin?
Yeah, thank you, resin. And they have this piece of wood, and they want you to whittle the wood first to make it match the teeth, and then go put it on.
alright, so do I have like a knife or something to do that? Or?
Yeah, they give you a knife.
Okay. So,
You have a knife now. You might want to write that
Yeah.
down.
Can I? With a K, it means something.
Kniffy.
Oh, God.
Do you have any woodworking? Like Mouse does?
no ring.
I almost feel like it should be on my sheet.
Yeah, I
You know, the funny part is he'd actually be better if they just gave him 2 rocks. Because he's a dwarf.
Give me a roll.
Come on, big numbers.
Why would they roofie a
Hey,
kid?
did you take your ranks? Did you put ranks in there?
Yeah.
Desperate.
Because you have 6 ranks, but you can only put 1 per level. Your first level?
3, and then what kind of check is?
Oh, okay.
like,
Gotcha.
I'll let you use intelligence or dex, whichever one.
Oh, you got a weird character sheet. Huh? Get one of these
2.
ones. From the,
I'm gonna give
from,
him
the
a
from the Paizo side.
So,
Oh, I see what you did.
your tooth,
3, 4,
after
5, 6,
you're
7,
done
8,
whittling it and stuff, because you're looking at the teeth on this dragon, and you're like, oh, and you
So that should
measured it
actually be
like
more.
this. They're about that big.
Because you have skills.
Yeah.
and
So then you
can
brought
put
it back
one
and
rank
you
for
whittled
each.
the
You
tooth
have 6
that
total.
big.
And then
But
you
meanwhile, the
add
teeth are
whatever
really
your
that big
ability
because they were
modifier
far
is.
out there.
So if you put a rank
your
in
tooth
diplomacy,
is a
then that
tenth
should
the
be a
size.
5.
You gave you this piece of wood
Oh,
like
I
this.
see,
You
I
have
see
whittled
what
the
you're
tooth
saying.
down to like this.
Okay.
5, 6,
Plus
7.
three.
It looks ridiculous, but you're gonna
For the-
glue it on.
Is it a class skill?
Give me an
for both?
agility
Yeah.
check.
So 3 for that, plus 1 for the rest.
Before you walk out there,
Plus
someone
the
grabs
ability modifier.
you
Can you put,
and
you can
ties
put ranks
this
on
rope
class
in.
skills too, right?
So it's
It
agility,
seems
so
like you don't have
acrobatics?
very many, you know what I mean? I don't know why.
You can put ranks on class skills, right?
0.
Yes.
Yeah, they're better if you do.
Hey,
Yeah, the class
Technically,
skill.
we might have a
Technically, you
cleric.
can put
Yeah!
they're better
Good job,
on your
Jack.
class skills.
So first thing he does is whittle
I
the
did multiple
tooth, and he
ranks.
makes it that big
No,
because
only
that's how he
one per
measured it.
character
Right.
level, and
So
since
it's this
you're level
big.
1,
Even though it's supposed to be this big, he just didn't get the measurement right. Then he goes out there and he rolls a 1, so he got a 0.
Oh.
They had a rope tied around you.
Yeah.
So you start to go out there and you're like shaking and you're all nervous and stuff, and the boat is kind of rocking. And then next thing you know, there's kind of this rogue wave that tilts it this way. And for whatever reason, you're not like crawling on your belly. You're like trying to stand up to
Right.
create something, and you just go overboard.
Oh.
7 points of damage. What happens is you land in the water, and as the boat's going, you ram up into the side where all the barnacles are, and you just get all cut up. You are just like little razors have just cut you. You are bleeding severely, and they're laughing at you hysterically, and they're starting to pull you up. And that's when you notice there's like 3 fins in the water. And they're like, should we leave him? I don't know. He can't even walk out there. He can't even walk the bowsprit. Maybe. And they kind of dunk you back into the water a little bit, let the blood go, and the sharks are coming right for you. And then they pull you up.
Okay.
Last second.
You have climb. You have +7 climb, dude.
He went
Yeah.
for an acrobatics.
Oh. But no
Wait, I
climbing
could've-
out of the water.
Oh, well, yeah, to climb up the
I
rope.
could have done climb
Quick,
instead.
climb the barnacles to safety.
No, that does not work. So you guys basically finish your jobs for the day. What
Except
did you,
for me.
I was about to say, what did you do?
Oh, they just put me up there? I did tons of things.
Tell me.
And I totally bluffed my way out of it.
Tell me what you did.
I'm bluffing my way out of it. I did some things and then some other
Well, what
things.
did you do when you were just standing there? Like, what did you do for the next 8 hours?
You're a great pirate, man.
I swabbed the deck.
There you go.
I got on my hands and knees, just like your mom, and I swabbed the deck. I was inspired by the beautiful music of the bard, and was so inspired. I sat there and I'm like, I totally forgot what he told me to do, and I hear this lark-like voice, this amazing, beating of scrubbing the desk in perfect, rhythm. And tear. There's a tear that comes down, and I'm
One-eyed pirate tear.
One-eyed pirate tear. I try to suck it back, and I'm like, you know what? I totally forgot what I did. I was so inspired by this beautiful, beautiful music by this bard.
Are you blaming me? If I get held responsible for your inability to do a simple task, I'm going to be really upset.
Yes.
I'm already at half my hit points.
Yeah. You
and
have
I'm exhausted.
I have 6 hit points.
I had started with 8.
I had 6.
So, you got one? Okay. So I got battle and background music.
So that.